There, I won.
Let's play again.
No, I'm tired of jacks.
Kai, here's a new muffler to keep you warm.
Thanks, Grandma.
See how the snowflakes gather and swirl? They look like a hive of bees. And like bees, they too have a queen.
They do?
Oh, yes. The Snow Queen. She travels in a sleigh made of ice.
It must be cold.
Not as cold as her heart. It was pierced by a piece of a horrible magic mirror that distorted all that was beautiful and good. She had been transformed into a cold-hearted creature, and she didn't want to be alone in her cold, cruel world, so she flung pieces of the hateful mirror at many of her subjects. But when the queen tried to find her infant son and transform him into a cold-hearted creature, he was nowhere to be found. This vain queen soon forgot much of her past life, but the loss of her child touched even her cold heart. Soon, stories began to surface of a beautiful lady in an icy sleigh who beckoned children to follow her. When anyone tried to stop her, a huge gust of wind or a terrible blizzard appeared out of nowhere, and suddenly the lady, her sleigh, and the child were gone. This legend of this fearful lady of the ice, this empress of the blizzards, were known throughout the southern regions. The name she prefers was the Snow Queen. She wears the remains of the mirror as a medallion. If she sees someone she wants, she breaks off pieces and tosses them at her victim, turning them as cold as ice. The conjure woman of the lake once told me the Snow Queen's kisses were so cold that they freeze all memories of home and loved ones.
Does she live near here?
If you know exactly where, the conjure woman of the lake might know. She's been around these parts for so many years, not too much gets past her. But if she didn't know, I'm sure she knows someone who would. Gerda, you're trembling. Cold?
Yes.
And a little scared.
There's nothing to be scared of. That old Snow Queen can't hurt you. She tried. I'd protect you.
You see, you have nothing to fear. Kai will protect you.
Yes, but if anything were to happen to you or to Kai, I'd be so frightened.
There's a poem mothers recite to their children whenever they are afraid. Though winter is here, you've no need to fear. Springtime is soon on its way.
I remember hearing this.
Through the howling sounds of wind has you down, here is something to say. Love will keep you warm, no matter how cold the storm. In your heart, if you care, God will always be there. And you'll know you're not alone, and His warmth will guide you home. Now that helped, doesn't it?
Yes, I feel better already.
Good. Now no more talk about the Snow Queen. It is time for bed.
Grandma, do you think we can play in the snow tomorrow with Jan and John?
Of course, as long as you bundle up with your coats and mufflers.
So we can take turns riding the new sled.
Seems to me if you two are going to have a big day of sledding tomorrow, you'd better get some sleep tonight.
Good night, Grandma.
Good night, dear.
Good night, Grandma. I'll put a log on the fire.
Thank you, dear. Jan, put up the white flag.
Why? We still have some snowballs left.
I know. This is a trick. I'm not doing that.
Why not?
It's not fair. Fair? What's fair in a snowball fight, huh? Huh?
Okay.
I guess so. Kai, look! They're surrendering!
Hurry, get down! Hey, you put out a white flag.
It was John's idea. He made me do it.
Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine.
Let's not play this anymore.
Yeah.
Let's take turns riding the new sled down the hill. First one to the top of the hill gets to ride the sled first. Ready, set, go!
Go ahead, but you can't ride till I get there.
Bits of mirror fly, land in the eyes and heart of Kai. Blizzard winds carry them to that boy. Take away all his happiness and joy. Quickly let the particles go. Travel nearer through the snow.
Oh, my eyes. Oh, my chest.
Kai!
What do you want?
I wondered why you hadn't followed us. I thought something might have happened to you.
The only reason you came back was you won the sled. You can't have it. It's mine. Understand? It's mine. And I won't let anybody as creepy looking as you play with it. You look like an ugly old toad.
Oh, hey! Quit that!
Quit that!
Stop it!
Stop it!
Kai pushed me down and called me a toad!
Tattletale. Kai. Well, she is. Besides, what I called her was an ugly old toad.
But that's a terrible thing to say.
Thanks for siding with her. You're a brother. You're an even bigger, uglier toad.
What's gotten into you?
Nothing. I've just had my eyes open to how things really are. That's all.
What's with him?
I don't know. I've never seen him like this. I'd better go find out.
I wouldn't get too close to him this time. Let him cool down a while.
No. I have to find out what's bothering him.
We'll come with you.
This ugly thing itches. My neck is probably covered with whelps. Why didn't she knit me a softer one?
Kai! Kai! Kai!
Who's calling me?
I am Kai. I'm a friend. Would you like to sit in my sleigh? It can travel as fast as the wind.
I don't think I should.
What's the harm? Here, have some nice snow cover. Isn't this much nicer than standing out there? You won't need the sled, now will you? I want to take it home, where no one can play with it. I don't blame you for not sharing.
I should go home.
Let me take you to my home. Would you like that?
I guess so.
Kai? Kai, where are you?
Who's calling me?
No one. It was nothing.
Kai? Kai?
It sounds so familiar.
It was nothing. Nothing you need to concern yourself with. Let your thoughts drift into sleep.
Kai, wait!
I knew he heard what I said, but he just ignored me.
I told you to wait and let him cool down.
Whose sleigh was he in?
What sleigh?
Didn't you see the crystal sleigh with the beautiful lady? I knew she saw me too, because she raised her hand and waved. But then, this cold blast of air tossed me.
It was the Snow Queen!
She must have used her magic mirror to get Kai in her power. I've got to get him back.
Gerda, you can't just go. The Snow Queen has all sorts of cold, horrible creatures in her power, like Blue Norther. His Arctic blast can stop you in your tracks. And there's Frostbite, whose bite freezes anything it touches.
But the snowdrifts are the worst. Their voices make you go to sleep, and you freeze to death because you fall asleep in the snow. I don't care. I have to get him back.
You don't even know where the Snow Queen lives.
My grandma said the conjure woman of the lake knows lots of things. Maybe she'll know where the Snow Queen's palace is.
Have you ever been to the Conjure Woman's cottage?
No. Is it far?
Yeah. Once you get to the lake, you have to keep following along its edge until you start to see things that are different.
What do you mean, different?
Like a talking rabbit or a dancing fence. Things are just different around her place.
I see. Well, thank you. And please, tell my grandma where I've been, where I've gone, and what's happened.
Remember to be careful. The Snow Queen saw you, and she'll be waiting for you.
Snow Queen thinks she can come down here and coat my garden with snow. Now, how does that spell go? Ah, yes. Tiger lily that is orange. What rhymes with orange? Well, if you don't succeed at first, try another pitch. Ah, yes, tiger lily that is fair. Come and grow. How about there? Aren't you a pretty thing? What else? Ah, yes. Dandelion hyrup, or also called the buttercup. What else? Perhaps something that is amusing. How about a comic thrill with a yellow daffodil? What are you laughing at? Well, maybe we need something of a more serious nature. Perhaps an arbor. But which type? Ah, yes. All plants can't be glad. Weeping willow, come be sad. Oh, what a nice garden. There's no fence around this gate. That's certainly different.
Quite unusual.
Who said that?
Who said what?
That.
I never said that. Did you?
Did I what?
Did you say that?
Why would I say that?
Why would you say anything?
I never said anything either. You're always picking on me.
Now see what you did.
Me?
Well, I certainly didn't do it, did I?
Talking flowers. You must be the work of the conjure woman of the lake.
Who told you about the conjuring woman of the lake?
My grandma.
Where is she now?
My grandma stayed back in our house.
Why aren't you there too?
Because I'm looking for my brother. The Snow Queen has him.
The Snow Queen.
She has your brother? That's so sad. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make her cry.
No one means to. She just does it.
I was hoping the conjure woman might know where my brother Kai went.
Your brother Kai went.
Yes, I'm his sister, Gerda.
Oh, so you must be Gerda went.
Beg your pardon.
You just said your brother Kai went. So, you must be Gerda went.
No, she means her brother Kai went, as in leaving. Went is a verb.
Went is a verb?
Yeah.
And not a proper noun.
No, went is a verb.
You sure?
Yes, as far as grammar goes. But didn't you say your grandma stayed back in her house? No, I said my grandma stayed. That's what I said, isn't it?
I thought so.
No, you said my grammar stayed.
Yes?
Well, I didn't say my grammar stayed. I said my grandma stayed.
Oh, so
She's your maternal grandmother. I beg your pardon. Sure, I know all about family trees.
and how do you figure she's her maternal grandmother?
Simple. She said her grandma stayed, right?
Yeah, so.
So, if she was her maternal grandmother, she would have said her grandma went. Because she's Gerda went. Hey, that does make her Gerda's maternal grandmother. I think I'd better be leaving.
I'd be right with you, kid, but I am root bound.
I see you are admiring my garden. Oh, yes. It's certainly different.
Quite unusual.
Henrietta, this is Gerda, and she has a brother, Kai. Is that so?
And her brother Kai left, right?
Right. Wrong.
Wrong?
Right.
What's right?
That you're wrong.
I'm wrong?
Right.
I'm wrong about what?
You said her brother Kai left.
Yeah, so.
So, that's wrong. Her brother Kai went.
Went, left, whatever. They all mean the same thing.
Not so, not so. Silence. Give me a moment to conjugate all this. Now, as I understand it, you have a brother.
Yes.
And where's your brother now?
She has another brother.
She does?
You just said so yourself. You just said, where is your brother now? So, where is he? No mulch brain. She has no brother now.
He's lost too.
Read my petals. The Snow Queen took her one brother Kai. Everybody understand?
But that's terrible. Dreadfully sad.
Is there anything we can do to help?
I was hoping you might be able to tell me where the Snow Queen's palace is.
Let me see if I can call up a spell for that. The Snow Queen's palace. Where can it be? My vision's blurred. Oh, dear me.
Maybe you should invest in a spell check.
Thank you for trying.
Aren't you sweet? But have no fear. I do think I know someone who may be able to help you. Let me call her. Call!
Call her?
Oh yes, Katrina is a crow, so naturally she has to call her.
She says she's about half a mile out. As the crow flies, she'll be here presently.
I hope she'll be able to help me find my brother.
She has a good eye for things.
I feel so badly for Gerda. I wish I could help.
Hi, you old tree bark. Go ahead, have a good weep.
Tears of compassion have great healing powers. They can thaw the coldest of hearts.
Henrietta, I came as quickly as I could.
Oh,
I see we are not alone. You are?
Katrina Crow, Miss Gerda went.
pleased to meet you, Mrs. Crow.
Mutual, Miss Vance. But she's just a child. What is a child doing out all alone?
I'm looking for my brother.
Was I talking to her? Was I talking to you?
I'm sorry. I couldn't help overhearing.
Such ears. You are looking for your brother?
My what?
Your brother. Your brother.
Yes.
Such a nice girl. Looking for her brother. Did you hear what I just said?
Yes.
And aren't you going to thank me for calling you such a nice girl?
Oh, yes, thank you.
Don't mention it.
Katrina, would you let her talk?
What? Have I tied her tongue? Please, Miss Went, go on.
Kai went with the Snow Queen in her sleigh. I think he might be at her palace by now.
Oy, that's not so good.
I was hoping you might know where the Snow Queen's palace is.
No, I don't. It's north of here, but where exactly is that anybody's guess? Could be here, maybe over there. Who's to say?
I see. Well, thank you. It was nice meeting you all.
Such manners. What are you going to do?
Go north and try to find Kai. I know he's probably very cold. He left his muffler, and I have to get it to him.
No muffler?
No.
What does this brother of yours look like?
Well, he's about this tall.
Mm-hmm.
He has dark hair.
Dark hair, I'm with you.
And he was carrying a sled.
Get out of town! Was this sled red?
Yes!
And was it about yay big, give or take a smidge?
Yes?
And was this brother of yours all bundled up except for no muffler?
Yes, Mrs. Crow. Have you seen him?
I saw a boy outside the Palace of Laplands this very afternoon. He was about yay tall, carrying a red sled, all bundled up except for no muffler.
Wonder how he could have gotten there.
Maybe he fell out of the Snow Queen's sleigh?
He might be hurt.
Hurt schmurk, he was fine, riding that sled down a hill faster than the wind, not a care in the world. I remember thinking, where is that child's muffler? What sort of mother lets her child out in this weather without a muffler?
But he has a muffler. Our grandma knitted for him. He dropped it.
Katrina, could you fly her there?
With my bad back in lumbago?
That's all right. If you can just give me directions, I can go.
Such determination. I'll show you the way myself.
Thank you. Could we leave now?
Youth, always in such a hurry.
Gerda, it's almost dark. Shouldn't you wait and get a fresh start tomorrow? I guess that would be better, I suppose.
Suppose schmoes. We'll do better to pack a few supplies and get a good rest.
How about some nice warm soup?
Not chicken soup, I hope. I always fear it might be some distant relative.
No, it's vegetable. No one you knew.
Well, Miss Wen, shall we?
Please, just call me Gerda.
And you can call me Katrina.
I have one question.
Yes, dear.
Gerda went, right?
Yes.
So, what do we call her tomorrow?
I know I'm going to regret asking this, but what are you talking about?
Well, when tomorrow comes, isn't Gerda going?
Read my pedals, okay? No.
You don't have to worry about that because tomorrow never comes. You can be today, and you have been yesterday, but you never ever get to be tomorrow. At midnight, just when you think tomorrow's come, it's suddenly today. And today, Gerda went.
I hope Gerda has a safe journey.
Gerda has a great deal going for her. Her kindness leaves a lasting impression, and her warmth and love will always protect her.
Katrina, that's Kai. Kai, I'm so glad
Gypsies, run for your life.
I beg your pardon? Who is he calling gypsies?
Young lady, you have broken protocol.
With that small hug. Gerda, you don't know your own strength. Look, Mr. Runaway from Trouble, I'm sure his protocol can be fixed. He's a strong boy. He'll heal quickly.
Protocol is the rules of the court. She has touched His Royal Highness, and that is forbidden.
Were you aware that you touched his highness?
This is His Royal Highness Prince Eric von Hindenhall, ruler of Lackland.
Gerda, I think our goose is cooked.
I'm very sorry to have broken protocol.
That's perfectly all right.
Time for your safe gating lessons, Your Highness.
Yes, all right, Horace. I'm coming. It was a pleasure meeting you, Miss
Gerda.
Gerda. And you are?
Mrs. Crow, I'd bow, but I have a bad case of lumbago.
Your Highness, your schedule.
Oh, Katrina, what do I do?
We have to regroup, that's all.
We? Katrina, you've done more than enough. This is my problem, not yours. I just have to keep going north. I'm bound to come across the Snow Queen's palace. Oh, the longer Kai is with her, the less chance I have of ever getting him back.
Forgive me, but I couldn't help seeing you are in distress.
Your Highness, your lesson.
In a moment. What seems to be the matter?
The Snow Queen has kidnapped her brother, the one she thought you were. She has to find the Snow Queen's palace and get him back.
I'm not certain where the Snow Queen's palace is, but we must have maps of our borders. Perhaps they could show you. Horace, go to the castle and get the maps of our borders.
As you wish.
Those maps might show you the way to the Snow Queen's palace.
What was that?
Say no more.
Who dares to speak to me this way?
Blue Norther, subject to Her Royal Highness, the Snow Queen. You are in jeopardy of breaking the ice pact with Her Majesty.
It states that no one shall reveal the whereabouts of the Snow Queen's palace. In return, the Snow Queen will not use her powers to destroy and freeze your lands.
Seems to me, if this snow dragon had such power, she would have used them already. My bet is that she has no such powers, but plenty of chutzpah.
You may be right, Mrs. Crow. I've never heard of this ice pact.
A mistake. A mistake, a mistake.
Gerda, go north until come to a crescent-shaped fjord. Then go east until the path divides. There, take the northern path, and you'll come to her palace.
You'll be sorry.
What a windbag.
Fjord isn't too far, and her palace is only about a mile from there.
Whose palace, Your Grace?
The Snow Queen's.
But you mustn't go there. It's a dreadful place full of danger.
Should I allow Miss Gerda and Mrs. Crow to go alone? What sort of ruler would I be if I stay behind because of some danger, but let them face it?
I see Your Grace's point, but...
A point, I might add, that I learned from you. You taught me a ruler must face all dangers with courage. Now, return to the castle and tell our people to prepare for a long, cold winter.
As you wish.
You two can't stay here. The Snow Queen will be looking for you.
Which way is the fjord?
This way, but you are not going there. I have a plan. But first, give me your hat, cape, and muffler. Quickly, there isn't much time.
Not to be nosy, but why is she doing this?
She's disguising herself as me, and I'm disguising myself as her.
But why?
Because I'm going to the fjord as you, and you are going to go see Aurora Borealis.
Who? It doesn't matter who, because I'm going to the Snow Queen's palace.
Gerda, that blue northern will tell the Snow Queen everything he heard, and she'll send all such cold-hearted creatures to stop you. If you go to the fjord, they'll be waiting for you there. But if you go to see Aurora Borealis, she can help you find another way to the Snow Queen's palace.
But what about you? You'll be walking into a trap.
Yes, but I'll know it's a trap, so I'll be better prepared.
What makes you think Aurora Borealis can help?
I met her last spring, when I ran away.
You ran away? What's a prince have to run away from?
I never had a life of my own. Horace has been wonderful to me, but sometimes he demands too much.
Maybe Horace just pushes you because he wants you to do your very best.
Yes, I know. He's been like a father to me, since I never knew my parents.
Neither did I. Our grandparents raised Kai and me.
You're orphans? And me, without a handkerchief.
But who is this Aurora Borealis, and how can she help?
She's called the Lady of Lights, because she's enlightened and knows things without being told. We had never met before, and the first thing she said to me was that the Prince of Lapland shouldn't run away from his duties, and that someone was coming who would seek my guidance, and if I would help her and face whatever dangers were at hand and take the journey, I would become a ruler any mother would be proud of.
That's some visions this light woman has. Well, Gerda, what are we waiting for? Let's go!
Katrina, in order to keep up the disguise, you'll have to go with Prince Eric.
And leave you all by your lonesome?
I don't like it either, but we have to keep up appearances.
But who will protect Gerda?
I'll be fine. Besides, you're the one who will be walking into a trap.
Trap schmack. We'll be fine.
Well, so will I.
There are gypsies in the forest, so you have to keep an eye out for them.
And I? What sort of advice is that? Gerda, you keep
eyes out for them gypsies. Understand?
I understand. Goodbye.
Well, go Grace, shall we?
One day, this will be yours, Kai.
So empty and cold.
Yes, isn't it grand?
I guess so. It needs some color.
You still remember color.
Your Majesty,
Why do you disturb me, Blue Norther?
I have news that cannot wait. The location of your palace was given to a crow and a young girl named Gerda.
Gerda? I knew a girl named Gerda. She had a red sled.
Kai, dear, you needn't worry about this.
But Gerda's my sister.
Idiot! Never ever bring up his sister's name again, or I'll turn you into a breeze, and all your cold winds will be a mere flutter.
Yes, your coldness. But she's merely a child.
Merely a child? She can destroy everything in my kingdom if she's unstopped. Her warmth alone can turn the likes of you into a gentle summer breeze. Ah! Now look what you've done. You've made me say words like warmth and summer. Get out of my sight! No, wait. I want you to get frostbite.
But he doesn't like being disturbed.
You had no trouble disturbing me, so why shouldn't you disturb him?
How once, your grace?
Gerda thinks she can fight me? Huh. She doesn't know who she's dealing with. Frostbite will freeze her and her foul friend into such a deep coma that you'll be an old man before she ever begins to thaw out. Imagine you, an old man. You're just a boy now, but I'll raise you to be my heir. You'll be my child. My child? Where did he go?
Where did who go?
How dare you eavesdrop?
I thought you were speaking to me. Sorry, Your Grace.
I have a little job for you that will let you use all your strength and coldness. I want you to find a crow and a young girl, and I want you to freeze them. I give you permission to do whatever you like to them.
Whatever. You mean I can freeze just an arm or a leg? Or maybe freeze their feet and watch them struggle?
I don't care how you do it, just do it. And when you're done, I want you to send up a snow flare, and I'll meet you as quickly as my sleigh will fly.
This should be fun.
I thought you'd enjoy it. I'll expect a flare from you soon.
Yes, Your Coldness.
Well, my dear little Kai, soon that piece of mirror will freeze your heart as cold as ice, and then all your sister's warmth will have no effect on you. I just need time for the mirror to work its icy magic, and when it does, you'll be mine.
We must be getting closer to the Snow Queen's palace, as it's getting colder and colder. Oh, such wind.
Must be one of the Snow Queen's storms.
Well, we can weather whatever storm she sends. However, I'm not so sure about whatever this is.
The name's Bite. Frostbite. Perhaps you have heard of me. I love to munch on fingers and noses.
Well, you're out of luck, Mr. Bite. I haven't any fingers or a nose. I'm a crow.
Katrina, run!
Not so fast, little birdie!
What's happened? My legs are so stiff I can hardly move them. Save yourself!
Run, your grace!
Horace, what are you doing here?
I followed you.
Her name isn't Gerda. Grace, it's Gerda.
Yes, that's right. I'm Gerda. Horace, try and help Mrs. Crow.
Yes, your grace. Gerda.
There, only one is left.
You cold-hearted schmo!
I see you have succeeded.
Yes, Your Coldness.
Who is this person?
Someone who followed them, Your Coldness?
Well, bring him along, too. So this is Gerda, who thought she could outsmart me. Let me see her face. But this isn't a girl.
permission.
What are you waiting for?
I thought I'd load these 3 into your sleigh.
Do you think I'd allow these warm-hearted creatures into my beautiful crystal sleigh? I call the winds to come and blow, toss away this dreaded foe, use your turbulence and power, carry them to my palace's tower. Do you see how I commanded these winds, and they followed? Find that girl. Don't fail me again, Frostbite, or you'll be back on the ground freezing pansies.
She ain't from here, is she? Obviously not.
Who said that?
Don't move, 'cause you is surrounded.
All right, but would you please tell me who you are?
Well, I guess I can tell you who I am. The name's Gladys, and I'm queen of the gypsies. So, what are you doing in my forest?
I didn't know it was your forest.
Yeah, it's mine and my band of gypsies.
Well, I'm just passing through. I won't bother you anymore.
Too late. You already have bothered me.
Gladys, can I tie her up? Please, oh please, oh please.
All in good time, Randolph. First, bring a little goody two-shoes over here to me.
Please, I just need to pass through. I'll be in and out before you know it.
But I already do know it. Besides, no one leaves here without my permission.
May I please have your permission to leave?
Since you asked so nicely, sure.
Oh, thank you. I asked permission.
I changed my mind.
I have to get through.
Nope.
It's a matter of life and death. Please?
Well, what have we here? A furry little hat, a nice warm cape, and very soft leather gloves. Nice merchandise.
You can have them all if you just let me go.
Did you hear that, Randall? I can have all of it.
She don't get it.
Oh, Gladys.
Obviously not. Here, let me enlighten you about the world of the gypsies. Gypsies don't have any buddies to give them what they want, and they don't need them anyway. We're strong. We make our own way in the world. Around here, you either cheat or get cheated. But no one will ever beat us because we have our own tradition that always keeps us on top. The grab. Luckily, you get to see it for yourself. Here, I'll give you a head start, and then me and Randolph will grab your stuff.
I haven't time for this silly game. Here, stop, take it.
Now you've ruined everything.
This is terrible. Don't understand. This is a doll too. Is your whole band of gypsies dolls?
Maybe.
But they spoke to me.
Nah, that was me and Randolph. We use different voices.
What happened to the other gypsies?
They were too trusting. So when a stranger tricked them, they scattered. All that's left now is me and Randolph. We've been trying to maintain our little tradition.
I see. Well, I'm sorry. Here. Goodness new.
You mean you aren't gonna rat in us and tell everyone there isn't any band of gypsies?
No. As long as you don't keep me here. Or anyone else who needs to pass through the forest.
It's a deal!
Here. Grab it.
Thanks, kid. You're okay.
You're not so bad yourself.
What was that? The Snow Queen sends her regards.
I can't move!
Stop! Leave them alone. It's me who you want, not them. Randy, are you all right? Here. Maybe this will warm you up.
No! Oh, unselfish gesture!
Gerda, are you all right?
I think so. those ice cream headaches, you know?
But otherwise, you're okay?
Yeah, fine.
Hey, your hands aren't frozen.
They aren't!
It must be because you're so warm-hearted and brave. It took the bite right out of his frost. Listen, you better get out of here.
I have to find Aurora Borealis.
Randy here can take you to her place. He knows the forest like the back of his hooves.
But what about you? We can't leave you here with frozen legs.
They are already fine. See? But I just slow you down. You two go on without me. Me and the bogus gypsies here will be all right. Here. You'll need these.
No, keep them. As a gift from one friend to another. And hey, maybe it could be a new tradition.
Oh, I like it, Gladys.
I like it too. And to show you just how much I like this new giving tradition, I'm gonna give Randolph as a helping hand, or in this particular case, a helping hoof. You two head on to Aurora's. Me and the gypsies here will stall frostbite for as long as we can. And Randolph, you take good care of her. And yourself too, you old hat rack.
You too, Gladys. You too. Quick, Gerda, this way.
Well, where is she?
She got away.
What is wrong with your mouth?
That girl was so warm and unselfish, she melted my teeth. I'm ruined. Now all the snowflakes will make fun of me.
I'll make her pay for what she's done. I call the blizzards to come and blow. Fill this land with armies of snow. Your temperatures will make them freeze, and then I can do exactly as I please.
But what if she can weather the storms?
Weather the storms? I see your point. I call the snowdrifts to come along. Find Gerda and sing your song. Come now and do as I command. Destroy this girl from another land.
We have to hurry. The longer Kai's with the Snow Queen, the colder and crueler he's bound to become.
Is that why you want to know where the Snow Queen's palace is?
Yeah. Listen to that, isn't it pretty?
Quick, Gerda, cover your ears.
But why?
Them's the snowdrift.
Randy, I don't really think this is necessary. Randy, are you all right?
All right, you snowdrifts. Either blow out of here with your sails pitched, or I'll dig into you myself. And stay out, you worthless drifters.
What happened? Randy, are you all right?
He'll be all right in a bit. He just has a case of dysentery.
What's dysentery?
It happens when you drink in the sounds of the snowdrifts. The voices lure into a deep, almost hibernating sleep. We'll need to get him to a warm place where he can sleep it off. It's lucky for you that I have shovel diplomacy, which can dig into those snowdrifts. They can't find the right pitch to harmonize and they lose their powers.
Why weren't you affected by their singing?
I'm tone deaf. Oh, he's worse off than I thought. We need to get him warm. How long will that take? It's hard to say. Could be a few hours or a few days.
I haven't gotten a few days. I have to find the Snow Queen's palace.
Your friend will be safe with me. Follow the snow line until you come to an ice field. Go across the field and you see what looks to be an iceberg, but it's actually the Snow Queen's palace.
Oh, thank you.
And here's a little advice if you like.
Yes, please.
When the time comes, and you'll know when, simply trust what you believe in your heart.
What does that mean?
You'll know.
Thank you.
Get better, Randy. You hear me? As soon as he hears, he's better. I think a little more light would help her find the snow line.
Katrina! Eric! Horace! What has she done to you? supposed to know? Don't you know me?
No?
I'm Gerda.
So?
We have to get you out of this cold place.
Why? I like it here.
But it's always winter and never spring. Don't you remember spring with yellow flowers and birds singing?
No?
The flowers are lovely,
So are snowflakes.
but snowflakes have no fragrance or color.
Who cares?
In the spring, the songs of the birds...
Don't sound as cold and cruel as a howling blue north.
Oh, Kai, you're so
Don't
cold.
touch me.
I'm so sorry. So sorry. I never meant for you to be hurt. I wish there was something I could do to help.
Gerda, are you a sight for sore eyes?
Oh, Katrina, you're all right.
Well, my back still isn't what it should be. But otherwise, I can't complain.
Where are we?
The hall of the Snow Queen's palace, Your Grace. I've seen Kai. He's here. Oh, Katrina, he's so cold and heartless.
The sooner you get him out of here, the better.
But how?
Couldn't you hug him the way you did us and melt away his cold heart?
I tried. But the mirror's powers must be stronger than Frostbite's bite. He's so cold and doesn't want to be touched.
There are other ways to touch someone, Gerda. Your love and devotion to Kai touched all of us. Perhaps if you share what was in your heart with Kai, he would be touched too.
That's exactly the advice Aurora Borealis gave me.
And that is exactly what you should do.
There's someone coming. We must have Frozen again.
I'm right with you.
Your Grace, quickly.
If you need us, we're right here.
You're still here?
Kai, I've come to take you home.
I am home. Besides, can't you see that I'm busy? The stupid sled is so ugly and poorly made.
But don't you remember how our grandfather made it with such love and care?
No.
Try to remember how much our grandparents loved and cared for us after our parents died. Our grandma knit you this muffler because she cares and loves you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Our grandma used to recite a poem to us. A poem from her heart.
That's a stupid thing to say. How can you recite from your heart? You recite from your mouth, dummy.
The winter is here, you've no need to fear. Springtime is soon on its way. If the howling sound of wind has you down, here's something to say. Love will keep you warm, no matter how cold the storm.
In your heart, if you care, God will always be there, and you'll know you're not alone, and his warmth will guide you home.
Oh, Kai, you remember!
Greta, where are we?
Oh, we have to get out of here. The Snow Queen will be back.
Snow Queen!
Not to be rude, but can we discuss details once we are away from here?
I agree with Mrs. Crow. We must leave at once.
So, Gerda, we finally meet. I must congratulate you on your determination and coming so far. But let me assure you, you won't go any farther.
You don't scare me.
Really? Well, aren't you a brave little girl? Blue Norther, toss this girl around. Let her fall hard onto the ground.
At once, your coldness.
Obstinate, are we? Blue Norther, toss her friends about. Let them fall and begin to shout.
Have you no feelings? Don't you care about anything?
Silence. You'll not use words like care in my palace.
Why? Are you afraid of it?
Afraid? You dare to challenge me? Who is this impertinent, warm-hearted being?
This is His Royal Highness Prince Eric von Hindenhall.
Really? And who are you?
I'm his counselor Horace.
Why do you look familiar?
I was once a servant of yours, Your Majesty.
I don't recall you ever being here.
It wasn't here. It was years ago before the mayor changed you.
You were there? You were there! You stole my child!
I took the crown prince to a safe place until this horrible spell could be broken. And thanks to other loyal servants, you didn't change. We raised Prince Eric in Lapland.
Horace, what are you talking about?
Your Grace, she's been looking for the child she lost.
Her child?
Yes, she's been looking for her child, the prince. She's been looking for you.
Me?
You impertinent, warm-hearted, sentimental clown! You think you can get away with stealing my child? I'll show you. Lass of the mirror, cast your spell today. Land in his heart, taking his warmth away.
All of you, get out of here.
Lass of the mirror, icy and cold, fall on your victim with the tightest hold. No! It wasn't meant to hit him!
Woman, what have you done to your own son?
It's so cold.
Here, Your Grace, put this around you. Isn't there anything we can do? I don't know. That piece of mirror was so large. It may change him quickly.
Horace, take the others and leave.
I won't leave you here, Your Grace.
You must. If I become as cold-hearted as my mother, I will end up destroying everyone I love and care about.
I never meant for this to happen. All these years, I was looking for my child, trying to find him. And now I've destroyed him.
Your Majesty, Prince Eric, he needs you now more than ever. You can break the spell over him and yourself.
It's too late. The mirror's powers are too great.
But yours are greater if you trust what is in your heart.
My heart?
Show him how you feel.
I haven't felt anything for so long. He's so cold. So very cold.
Tell him how you feel.
Love will keep you warm, no matter how cold the storm. In your heart, if you care, God will always be there. And you'll know you're not alone, and His warmth will guide you home.
What's happened? It's getting warmer.
That was a very brave thing you did, saving Horace. You are a ruler any mother would be proud of.
That's just what Aurora Borealis said.
Prince Eric, I see you took the journey and faced whatever dangers were at hand. You've become a ruler any mother would be proud of. And you must be Kai.
Yes, ma'am.
Your sister loves you very much.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Aurora.
You've no need to thank me. I simply pointed out what you already knew in your heart.
How's Randolph?
See for yourself.
This fellow must be your brother. Kai? Yes. Kai, this is Randolph and Gladys. You've got a heck of a sister there.
She sure has a lot to give.
Yes, I know. And this is Horace.
And who's this tall, handsome fella?
This is Royal Highness Prince Eric von Himmenhall.
He's royalty, just like me.
Oh, what is your family tree?
Hazelnut.
Well, Gladys from the House of Hazelnut, I present to you Prince Eric.
I'm charmed.
I'm getting a little charmed myself, Your Tallness.
That's Highness.
Highness, tallness, whatever.
You all must come to my palace for a celebration for the return of my mother as ruler of all Lapland.
No, my son. I abdicate my power to one more worthy. You are a true ruler. I wish only to return and be a part of your life. Horace, I'm grateful for your loyalty to my son.
Horace, you have been a good friend and an invaluable mentor. Please, kneel. I dub thee, Sir Horace, Chancellor of Lapland.
I'm honored, Your Grace.
Gerda, you and Kai can return home to your grandmother and bring her to the celebration.
May I also bring the conjure woman of the lake?
Bring anyone you like.
So, Mr. Antler, shall we?
My pleasure. Hazelnut, you've got to be kidding.
Sir Horace, congratulations on your title.
Thank you, Mrs. Crow.
After all that we have been through, please call me Precious.
And please just call me Horace.
Mother, Aurora, shall we?
Yes, my son, but I'd like a moment with Gerda.
Certainly.
Thank you for helping bring my son back to me, and for bringing me back to life as well. If you are ever in need of anything, I hope you will allow me to be there for you.
Oh, Your Majesty.
No formalities, Gerda.
When we get home, you can have the first turn on the sled.
Really? That's nice of you.
No, not really. I'm sort of tired of all the snow. I think I just want to sit with Grandma by the fire.
Ooh, and hear stories about the Snow Queen.
No, hear stories about Gerda and her adventures with a crow, a prince, and whoever Gladys and Randolph are.
Gladys is a gypsy queen.
Really?
Yes. And then there was the conjure woman of the lake and the talking flowers.
Talking flowers?